happy almost New Year.
Almost.
What is up, everybody? Looky who is on the camera with me. Can y'all believe this stuff? That is the man himself, Mr. D. Wayne Walter of DW Designs.
Yeah. It's not very often you see me on doing anything like this.
Well, I see why, Dwayne, but it's okay. Everybody needs to know who you are.
Well, you ain't much prettier, so
yeah. We're all pretty in our own way. You know what I mean?
Yep, Mr. Practice Body, man.
That's right. We'll have to tell the story about the practice bodies tonight, Dwayne.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back in time. Everybody, if you have comments or things that you want to talk to Dwayne about, I know he's been up since like 2:00 in the morning, but it's New Year's Eve. So
actually, I've been up since 1.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I got up at 1:00 this morning to go to work.
Do you get to sleep in tomorrow, I hope?
Yep.
Oh, well, that is awesome. At least that helps. Yeah. So we got a couple people watching. If y'all don't mind, put a little comment in the comment section. Let us know you're here. We'd appreciate it. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Dwayne and DW Designs and his partnership with Boki, and how he has created some of these masterpieces that he does. And I've got a few more of his masterpieces on the way myself. But I want to talk a little bit about it. And then we got a body to give away.
Yeah.
So
it's right here.
I think there's a picture of it right here, Dwayne.
That would be that.
Oh, you got it in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Hell. Well, there you go.
It's very rare. It's very rare you see anything associated in my house, and everybody knows that. Even though we do, look, I'm making Dirk proud. I got a B3.
Oh my goodness! Look at the first comment, Dwayne.
What?
Look at the first comment on the screen.
I gotta figure out how to see that.
Oh, it's all right. It says, "I need you to go show a house for me in the morning."
Okay, never mind.
Guess who that's from?
That'd be my tiny little wife.
Yeah, at least we know the comments are working. So, on the screen, DW, we've got, this beautiful paintwork. I call this the CE manual / magazine art. It's one of my favorite schemes, but you always have a bit of a way of throwing your little bit of twist on here. So,
well, and that's the thing with me is, and I'm going to say this, and this is not like me, but Associated had some of the best box art out there.
Somebody write that down. Oh, wait a minute, it's recorded.
Let's face it. That car, that body, even though it's not the right body, that body should have been on, or that paint scheme should have been on a different body, but I didn't have the correct body at the time, so I figured it looked good on the Viper.
Oh, it's great for the Viper. Yeah.
I mean, it's Associated's. They may have been simple designs, but they were good looking box arts. I mean, they did a good job. Losi had a few of them that were really good. It's one of those things. You know
what was crazy is my favorite box art for Losi also has black, pink, and orange in it.
Yeah, and I've done, what is it? I've done 3 different versions of that, but I've done them all my own way.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's where I try to be a little bit different than a lot of the other guys. Trung was absolutely the master at box art. That guy could cut a line that I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah, he was a legend when it came to box art for sure. Yeah. And I know you don't really like doing box art.
I don't like doing box art unless you let me do my thing. If you look at that one, you can see the dots in it. I like it. It
looks like a fade, it kind of makes it look faded a little bit.
Right. And I like to make them look a little bit more flashy, I guess is a better term for it,
Yeah. Yep.
And I didn't use silver like the original box art was. I used chrome instead.
I didn't even
So
get that.
yeah, it's actually chrome pinstriping versus the silver that the original was. And the original line through the center was more of a gray, where I used more of a charcoal pearl and just kind of updated it a little bit. And I get crap from Frenchie,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't always follow the exact box art. I always do my own thing to them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But your stuff you've done to them, every one I've seen so far is just like super cool, right?
and I did I did an original box art for a gentleman for a double X, and I actually didn't touch anything on it. I did it exactly how it was supposed to be, even though, much to my regret, I didn't really care to do it that way. But that's where you guys look at my work, and I try to make myself stand out differently.
Yeah.
You know,
You do,
and
man. You do a good job with that. Mr.
and
Clay Keats says, "What's up, buddy?" Clay, if you need some pink bodies painted for that young lady for her RC10s, D-Dub will be glad to help you out with those.
yep,
Um, so Clay Keats, I don't know. Do you know Clay? Dwayne?
I've seen him in the group.
Yeah, Chevelle is well, he's famous because his daughter is amazing, Chevelle Keats, right?
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, I remember her too, right? I don't really know who Clay is, but I remember Chevelle. I'm just giving him hell. He's the, if you don't know who Clay is, he was the first one to win King of the Streets. But his daughter is Chevelle Keats, which is an up and coming Team Associated driver that is just a little badass. And
So
she's my little RC princess.
we
So
definitely need more young up and coming girls,
yes, we
guys.
do. Yeah,
We need to keep this hobby alive.
yeah. Let me turn
I mean,
my phone on mute here. Yeah, we definitely need more. And there are in the southeast. I don't know, Clay, out there where you're at. Second one to win. I thought you were the first, but hey, you're the one I remember, so that's what matters, Clay. Oh yeah, you're right. Bobby, or oh my goodness, what's his name? Won the first year. Ricky Bolita, or whatever his last name is.
What is that?
See those initials? Huh? Did you see it?
Is that Junior?
That was Jay.
Oh, Halsey.
Yeah. I'm hoping we touch base next week. I know he really wants to come to the race. He's just trying to plan it out. So we've just been playing phone tag for the last couple of weeks.
Oh God, that'd be freaking awesome too. Because I got a body here. I'd love to have him sign.
Yeah. So on the screen right now, we've got some recents that you just did for me.
Yeah, those are the ones that are on the way to you right now.
Yeah. So I can't talk a whole lot about this one on the left. There is a car, if you get a little glimpse back here in the back, that is being built. It's kind of top secret that body can go on to.
I know who built that or who designed that car.
Well, that is designed by JC Racing Products. This will be the first one to hit the track in the U.S., hopefully here in a couple weeks. Killer. I can't wait for everybody to see it. It's designed on a long arm world car basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. the CE.
Yeah, kind of remember the RPNs where we shortened the nose plate on the front and the skinny chassis in the back, and we put the longer RPM arms on them. Kind of gave them more suspension, but same wheelbase, right?
Yeah, well, you're talking more.
Yeah, I'm talking more Greek to you.
No,
are you frozen?
We didn't have to modify those quite that much. No.
That's funny that you say that. Because I remember going up to Gill, and I believe it was at the Nats in 1988, the Winter Nats in Florida. And I remember going up to him and, looking at the, because that's back when he was testing the JRX2, right?
Right. Yep.
And looking at that car and being, holy shit, how are we going to compete? Because that's back when we were all running trailing arm cars for the most part, right?
Right.
Hogue or A&L or whatever the case may be. And he's coming out with this car that, kept both. It kind of had the trailing arm and the 5-link system, and it was like something we had not seen yet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
actually,
we talked for a while about it, and I can't remember how he did with that car that year. But it was a year I did really shitty in qualifying, and I just smoked everybody in my mains. But back then in those nationals and stuff, there was no bumps back in the day. It was you fun. So I came on with some really big trophies, but my teammate finished 5th in the A with an RC10 Hogue car, I believe, in that race. Junior lever rock. So yeah. But that was right as I had started going into Associated. Yeah.
You free?
But the bodies, the Tomahawk, you and I talked about the silver roof, right. And I freaking love it. I love the chrome roof, which to me that signifies the Ultima series,
Right. And yeah. I mean, I did for the most part, I kind of copied it with my JJ.
Yeah.
And I just, that to me, looking back at a lot of that stuff, that made it that much more special.
Yeah. So we went a little different than my original scheme from back in the 80s.
Right.
So we went with more, which the new scheme is kind of a combination of something new, right? That you did.
Right.
And, kind of brings back my colors. For the longest time, I was running white just because I can't see shit.
Well, right? Don't feel bad.
So I went back to green. I went back to black, right? And I still can't see shit, but that's okay. But my holy cow, sound like a gunshot just went off. But the car, see here.
Look at you.
So I'm going kind of with this look. I did the Bud style wing on the back still.
Yep.
And you'll see on one side, I still got to finalize my suspension, but I'm testing some big bore spring retainers for the Kyosho from my buddy Jose that started the new 3D. I'm trying to remember the name of the company. Sorry, Jose. He's doing a lot of cool stuff. Like I sent you some pictures of the.
Isn't he actually making was doing something with the Losi shocks to do?
Yeah. So he did something with Losi shocks. So this is actually the Losi shock retainers I've got here. So to be able to make them big bore, okay?
Right.
That's the top. And then, of course, I've got the bottoms here. But he's also designed something very cool that we've needed for a long time, as he has designed a battery brace for both the B2, B3, and the XX series.
Oh yeah,
that allows you to run a shorty and adjust it, and it also allows you to do a reversal and switch over from regular standard chassis to an XL chassis.
right.
So it's like kick ass. So I've got the first prototype sitting here to install on both the B2 and the XXT. Of course, it will work for an XX as well, so that we can test it out. But I think it's going to be killer. I'm going to install it tomorrow and check it out, send you some pictures. But he's doing some stuff that we've needed for a very long time. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
What up, Robert? Man, Florida's taking the Illinois out of you, buddy.
Oh, you have Illinois in you?
Did you have it in you?
No, I'm saying you have Illinois in you.
I don't. He must be talking about you.
Oh, no, I was born and raised in Iowa.
So I did something a little different with this.
Oh, it's Robert. He should know
Robert.
better.
Yeah. So I did the RB5 front stuff on this. You just have to do you have to do a couple of small spacers in between.
Yeah.
But it works out perfectly, man. This car I expect is going to be wicked. Especially probably with the big bore springs and stuff on it. It's going to give it a whole different ride on these.
I haven't done much with mine. I've got mine sitting over here painted up and ready to go. I got to start putting electronics and stuff in it and, decide on what I'm going to do with mine. And then, of course, one of my favorite four-wheel drives is the brand new.
Yes.
That car is a bigger pain in the butt to work on than a double X4.
Yeah. You think the mid is?
Oh yeah, this thing's by far worse to work on than the double X4.
No way, dude. Come on.
I can change the diffs and get to the diffs on a double X4 4 times faster than what I could ever imagine on doing on this. But this car is a phenomenal build.
Oh my goodness, dude. They are so balanced. Did I tell you the story? I got to actually test that car in 86 for Kyosho.
Yeah.
And dude, I was putting, because it was way before its time, I was putting 2 to 3 laps on everybody, right? But the problem back then was it was like the first introduction pretty much of the 48 pitch gear.
Right.
And they were not readily available back in that time. So, and you know me, I struggle with stripping damn spur gears for some damn reason, right? So I kept messing the gears up and I couldn't get them, and they didn't send me enough. And but that car, man, every time I put it on the track, I was just like, nobody could. It wasn't even close, And I was testing it for a while and sent feedback to Akira and back in the early days, and that car was just so far ahead of its time. And I've got one sitting over here that I want to build, but I also have Ruben's building me his version MX4 that's supposed to be coming. So I'm going to have to make a decision. I'm going to be running in North Carolina. I'm going to run 2 Associated base cars, a Kyosho and a Losi. So there you go. I'm diversifying.
For the Clash of Champions that we've got coming up, it's all going to be Losi.
Is it all? Are you serious?
Yeah.
All Losi, huh?
Yep. I'm going to run a double X. My Vonats double X. And, double XT. And
it might need that other B2 that you have ready for another legend.
That car I'm kind of taking my time with and fixing a few things here and there that were not up to my par when I bought the car.
Right.
So, I've got to fix a few things. I'm trying to decide on whether or not I'm going to run I got to know if I can run my triple X4 or if I got to run my double X4.
Well, you can run your triple X4 in the older 97, the post 97 class.
If I can, I'll probably bring that car because right now I have both of my double X4s built and ready. But the problem is the one that I have built and ready, I actually got from a good friend of mine, Dell.
Yeah.
And I don't want to really run that car because all the Trinity parts that are on that car were all anodized in green.
Oh, wow.
Stripped them all and had them all anodized in green. So
Nice.
I don't want to screw up the anodization on it because the green goes with my paint scheme.
Yeah.
So it's one of those cars that I don't really ever want to touch the track.
Let's talk about painting a little bit.
Yeah.
So I got your page. I got your page pulled up. So I don't know if anybody knows kind of the funny story of the first body you ever painted for me.
Yep. That was the very first Vonats that I'd ever been to.
Yeah.
And that's back when I actually started really getting into the vintage scene.
Yeah. So you're an artist by trade, right, Dwayne?
Yeah, I've always been. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I've always been a fairly good artist. I've always been really good at drawing. I've always had a big passion for, and this is where the DW designs comes from, for Walt Disney himself, the actual man himself. That's why my logo looks the way it does. It's actually his W, his D, just turned around to my name. So, his passion grew me to want to be an artist and want to do stuff. But unfortunately, life got in the way and I couldn't go do what my dream was. And that was actually work for Disney and actually be a commercial design and cartooning artist for them. So this is my way of expressing my outlet, and expressing how I do my thing.
We need some hats or shirts, man. That logo is too amazing to keep hidden.
I'm working on that. Chrissy actually made me a shirt a while back and actually had me a bunch of pins made.
Oh, yeah?
I have a cup that she had me made that I've had for 9 years now that has my logo and stuff on it. I just haven't gotten around to going that far because nobody really knew who I was.
Yeah.
I was always silent, All
right, so I got you off track on the story. So let's talk a little more about that story. First Vonats.
Very first Vonats. Everybody kept looking at me going, oh, Dwayne's going to show up. Ain't going to be nothing. And he's slow. And went out there and proved everybody wrong. That was actually my dad grabbed from Eric.
Yeah.
But that was one of those bodies that I did for you. It was an RC10 T body.
Yeah.
And I did it in blue with flames across the bottom and old school written in the windshield. And I brought it to you. And you looked at me at that race and goes, well, it'll make a great practice body. And I looked at you and I wanted to literally grab you and throw you out in the street and beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
But I understand. I was not that good back then. We all got to start somewhere.
That's right. So you kicked my ass on the racetrack instead of out back.
Exactly. I actually,
Literally, you're on fire that year.
I
Not
did.
like I was the year before.
I did really good that weekend.
Yeah. How funny.
Don't tell me you still have that body.
I do not know where that body went.
Oh, the fireman body that I did for Alex.
So this is the body you did to chase that body around.
Yep.
So we had this on the track. Alex brought this truck.
Actually,
right?
Alex didn't show up that year.
Oh, you did. Somebody did, right?
I showed up, and actually, somebody we lost. Actually, I painted that for, and he ran that body.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yes, you're
actually
right.
almost
Oh,
the
my goodness.
exact
I
same
forgot.
way.
Yeah. So what we found out is that the lights, if you had the lights on, they messed with the transponders when they crossed. They wouldn't count your laps. So we actually ran these. Like we had this one, and then I swear I had another one. Maybe you put like Dirk's LiPo department or something on another one.
No, that was your fire truck for the Claude.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we were running these around the track, chasing each other with them, and it wasn't counting laps.
Yep.
Well, that was a fun year. Dirk's LiPo. So I still have this when I got it back from Alex, and
that's pretty much how that truck was set up. Wrong rims and everything on the front end.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the truck. And then the original burn down truck actually has one of my schemes on it now.
Yeah.
So, everybody came together and, rebuilt this truck for me and grabbed parts, and like Tekin sent me new ESCs, and but this is it. This is the original truck, and I brought it back to Vonats a couple years ago, and it was great. I can't remember where I finished, but it was in the top 3, I believe, or something like that, in stadium truck that year, after bringing it out of retirement. And I still have the original body that was on the truck when it caught on fire, that we're able to get off of it. So yeah, but this is still, and I'm going to run it next week. And I just put this thing on the track and it goes well.
You can't.
Good.
I'm sorry, but you cannot beat that truck. That truck is one of the best handling trucks I've ever driven.
It really is. I think it's one of the, I drove a 10T for a long, long time, and the XX, I went back to it and I just started performing better with it. So
that truck is one of the most forgiving and agile trucks I've ever driven.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does exactly what you want it to do. You can drive it hard. You can drive it slow.
So,
it is.
Yeah. It's a good truck. So I made you feel like shit that year. Right?
Yep.
Did it add a little fire to your belly?
It helped. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to say, the one person though, well, there's actually two.
Yeah.
The two people that have helped my paint process go to where it's going is Michael James Ellis.
Yeah.
Has been a big influence on my paint work. Yep. Mr. Skull Racing and Bradley Farmer.
Okay. Bradley Farmer.
Yeah. Bradley has been a big influence on my paint work. The man has taught me a lot, and the man has actually done a lot to help my paint work get to where it is. It's a big thank you to both those gentlemen, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't have both of them in my life.
That's awesome. You really like painting drips, don't you? Your drip flow is nice.
I love doing my drips. I'm getting very well known. A lot of guys know my drips and know my Hawaiian
Yeah.
themes, or my old school Miami Vice type themes, which you
Yeah.
actually have one of those. But I'm very well known for my flame work, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Woo. Well, that's right.
yeah, and that body there is actually for a local racer, Ben Bertle.
I really like the pink and the green together.
I watched him race, and the guy is extremely fast, gentleman. But his paint schemes always at night were so hard to see.
Yeah.
And I was racing with him one night, and I was on his butt, just giving him a run for his money, and he'd check up a couple times, and I'd lose his car. So I wanted to make it brighter, so I could see his car.
That's awesome.
And then,
man, this is a famous scheme here from back in the day.
Yep, and that one, I tried my damnedest to make that Booker paint scheme as close as I possibly could to the original. I mean, Booker is extremely hard to copy.
Oh yeah, he was one of a kind back in the day.
Yeah, his fade jobs and the way he does his fades and stuff were just so hard to replicate.
Yeah.
But back when he did it, he had chemical paints, not water-based stuff like we do now. And that stuff was a little easier to work with than the water-based stuff we have now.
Yeah, this turned out gorgeous, though. This went back to Adam.
Yes.
So y'all don't know who we're talking about, Adam Lane.
Yep.
A&L was made up of Alec and Lane.
Right.
And Chris Alec and, oh my goodness. Help me, Dwayne. Daryl, sorry.
Daryl.
Chris Alec and Daryl Lane, and Adam is Daryl's son. So, yeah, there's a couple.
That's why he reached out to me, and actually somebody, I don't remember who it was, told Adam to get a hold of me because I was one of the best at copying the older works and doing more of the vintage scheme. And I apologize, I can't remember who it was that Adam said that he needed to get a hold of me through.
Okay.
But I do appreciate the props that he said to Adam to have me do that body. That was one of those.
Wow.
I actually have another one that I'm going to actually do again. That's actually for me.
Okay.
That I'm going to actually try a little bit harder to get a little bit more detail in it. And if it turns out better, that's actually going to go to Adam, and I will take that body back.
Yeah. So Chris Alec is on my top 5 people to be at the race, because they were so special to me as a kid, him and Daryl both.
Yep.
And I'm really hoping Chris can figure out how to make it. I felt a little silly here a while back because I didn't realize till the other day, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think I was looking through your paint work and I saw this body. And I'm like, holy shit, I have not invited Chris Alec. And he was literally, I went and looked back at my notes. He was in my top 5 of people I wanted to invite.
Yeah, because that man created a lot of freaking cool ass bodies.
Yeah.
And,
he could wheel the hell out of a car too. Yeah. On my top 5 people not to come, number 1 is Stephen Dunn. Jackass. I give Stephen hell. Stephen, man, when I was a kid, that guy, he would almost make me cry at the racetrack. I told
you know what?
They were just so damn ruthless, man. The Dunn brothers were like, just Stephen, though.
Well,
But
and
him and I have talked
comes
about it
off
since.
as
He
that
still
type.
kind of has that mentality. Like he's like a fucking attack dog, man.
Yep.
You get in Steven's way, he will bite you, right?
Yep. And
Um,
that's the type of person I've kind of got. That's always what I've always gotten. He's one of those, get out of my way, or I'm gonna go through you.
yeah, and he will, and he did all the time. That's what he was known for.
Yep.
If you didn't get out of his way, your ass was hitting the wall or flipping or doing something. Steven Dunn. I do hope he comes because I want to kick him in the nuts when I see him. But so,
I just like to meet the man. I know who he is, and
we've had some. It's so funny, You got these other groups that started, and there's something going on the page right now where somebody's trying to say a motor is a fake. That I'm the person that owned the motor originally. I know it's not a fake, and
well, I owned that motor. That was my motor.
I wasn't going to call you out, but I know it was your motor. Yes,
that motor came from me.
There's people that think they know more than they know, but RPS, was using a lot of different cans before it ever went to Trinity or Epic, and it was definitely Yokomo cans, and which is why those motors with the Yokomo label or M-Bells are actually more desirable and bring more money than the other ones do.
Yep, because they were the very first production runs.
Yes, they were. So I was like, am I going to have to bring damn Gil Losi Jr. on here and tell this guy that he don't know what the hell he's talking about?
Well,
so I actually asked the admins to take that post down. And, because he's not only doing that, but he's harassing, one of our good friends on eBay as well, like harassing him, sending him like hateful freaking, which I told him just to report his ass on eBay because the guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So
well, and here's the thing that irks me more than anything is I don't know for a fact if it's true or not, but I really highly doubt it. But I don't ever remember Trinity ever owning 51% of Losi.
I don't either. So Trinity, kind of did. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they ever owned 51% of Losi, but we will confirm that for sure. He, Eddie always had his hands in certain companies, right? He was a big part of Kyosho back when I was a kid. Then he became a big part of Losi, right?
Right.
And that's some stuff, the race in March that we'll be able to talk about, right? We'll be able to get all these guys together. We'll be able to talk about things like this. And, I can't say a whole lot more because I don't want to give away our next legends that are going to be introduced or any of that stuff. But
and that's the biggest thing is I'm not. There's still some stuff I need to learn about Losi themselves,
Yeah.
But I've been a fan of Losi products since I was 12. I've been in this hobby for 37 years.
Well, oh my God,
37 years I've been doing this hobby. And I've not stepped away from this hobby. I
right. You've been in it the whole time. Like left or
I absolutely love this hobby. I mean,
dude, when I first saw this paint job, I was like, holy shit.
That is actually he goes by Dirt Oval.
Okay.
I know his real name, but I don't know if he wants it out there or not.
That's all right.
He's been a Custom Works driver.
Yeah.
Ever since the very beginning.
Yeah.
He contacted me when he started seeing a lot of my paint work.
Yeah.
And he liked my use of the fluorescence because he's a big fluorescent pink guy. And he's been having me do bodies for the past couple years now.
Is there skulls in the purple?
No, it's all just paint splatter.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with him on his paint schemes. That one right there is one of his he actually let me have my freedom to kind of do what I wanted with that
Oh
one.
my.
And I just kind of went a little all out. He actually
Scream
sent,
Batman.
yep, it's a Batman body.
That is awesome.
Actually sent me one to do what I wanted to do with one for myself.
Yeah. Every time I send you something and say do what you want to do, I can't sleep for a couple of days, and then I see it and I'm like, holy shit! I should just let him do what he wanted to do the whole time.
And that one actually, that's Jason Hall's body there.
Yeah.
He sent me. Jason likes to send me stuff because he likes to irritate me with box art.
Oh yeah.
Loves to irritate me with box art.
We all do. I mean,
And
it's kind of our
goes,
thing.
Yeah. And he goes, do what you want with that, but I want it in the box art scheme.
Yeah.
So I actually took that, and that is actually candy apple red.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That is gorgeous.
And I sat there and I did what I wanted to do with it. Yeah, we won't talk about those.
I'm gonna keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I'm trying to see if I can find some Losi bodies in here. There's a Losi. Oh,
Yeah, that one.
This
that
is your
one is,
wave on the Junior Pro, right?
That's a Junior T body.
T, sorry, yes.
Yep, that's the Junior T body. And that gentleman actually contacted me and told me that he wanted box art, but he wanted my take on the box art.
Right.
So if you look, you can see the dots and stuff.
Yeah.
The green and the blues and stuff. And you can actually see
the wave.
What I do with my take on them. I kept it as close to the original as I possibly could without changing it too much, but added those subtle little changes like I did with this body. I did my subtle little changes to make it my own. You know, and that's me.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, we could sit and talk about paintwork all night, but you know, I appreciate our friendship. I know you and we've been close for probably 8-9 years now. I think probably. Oh. And you know, we give each other a lot of shit, but we truly love each other deep down, right, Dwayne?
That's another reason why I'm hated so much at certain times in old school, because of how much crap I always gave you. That's why a lot of people hate me, is because my supposed hatred for Associated. I don't hate the company.
No, and same with me. Everybody thinks I hate Losi.
Now I don't hate Associated.
Now I had my upbringing was not Losi, but you know, I left the year that everybody started jumping over to Losi, right? So a lot of AE drivers, and there's no telling what would have happened, right? I could have gained a bigger love, but I left. You know, I was gone for God, I don't know how many years, over 25, I think. And it you know, I don't know what would have happened. You know? Right. So
and that's like I said, and I give everybody crap about Associated because I can. If anybody knows me, you know, anybody knows me like you do.
Yeah.
You know how I like to give people crap.
Yeah. Well, that's why I wore my AE hat tonight, just to fuck with you.
That's why I have all the Losies in the background.
Right. So Brad is asking who is up here with me. Sorry, Brad, you missed the intro and I didn't have. That's Dwayne Walter. He just put DW. He is the founder of DW Designs and one of the, in my opinion, I think he's in the top 5 of any RC painter currently that's doing work. So
I appreciate that.
He gets my work. You know, he gets first option on pretty much all my work if he wants to do it, or if he don't. Sometimes he tells me to kick bricks, but normally he does it.
I've pretty much always done everything for you.
Yes, you have. This is a unique one.
Yeah, that's actually, he goes by, oh crap. What is it? I've got a couple bodies to do for a couple on our RTU. Wow, that was a.
Oh yeah.
That
Dude,
was
that is kick ass.
that was a Claude Life.
Who did this go to?
That actually was a freebie I did.
Oh my.
That was a body that I actually bought the body, did the paint work, and gave it away for free on Claude Life. The only thing he had to pay for was shipping.
Shipping.
Yep, it was an appreciation body for all the guys on Claude Life.
Yeah,
it's good. Actually support my work.
Yeah.
So that was one of those bodies that I did to show my appreciation for all the guys that send me work for the Claude Life bodies and the Claude Life page. So it was my way of saying thank you to what Jeff had created and what Chris Eason had created.
Old DeWitt.
Yep, old DeWitt.
Yep. That was one of my funnest years at Bonats when we were all there, right?
Oh God, with Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew was there, and Andrew just went in that year and just smoked all of our asses. Jesus. I look back at those pictures the other day, and I was like, damn, did he not? I mean, every class he was in, he placed in the top 3. It was crazy.
Yep.
I didn't know he had that much skill. I hope he comes back out and comes to March.
Yeah. I don't know if Rizzo would do that or not.
Malinka Katrinka. Is that what would do?
Mr. Hot Sauce Man himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That man's got a fucking belly of steel.
Oh my goodness. I bet he's had to slow down now because it's probably got a hole in it.
Something.
All right. So we just saw Kirby on a minute ago. What's up, Curbster? So let's talk about the race a little bit, Dwayne, and why we're here. So tonight, this is Dwayne has really stepped up and he's done several. He is a gold level sponsor of the race, which is amazing. Thank you, Dwayne. And he's doing it with sweat equity. He's putting into work. He's probably working harder than any other sponsor out there, to be honest with you. I'm just going to say that because he's the one putting in the work and doing the work to raise money, to get his name out there on the race. And he's a gold level sponsor. He's going to have a class after you, Dwayne. And I don't know if I have permission to release that tonight from the Mike Kirby. If you give me the nod of yes, I will release what the class is. But I don't think you've looked over the document yet, so I don't want to say. But I think it's going to be a class that you'll be very happy with, Dwayne. And not only that, man, your name's going to be across that big mod board. I'm so excited. I hope you're ready. Do you have a backup plan when you get all this paint work?
I'm swamped now. I've got 60 bodies.
I know you told me you're 60 deep the other day.
Yeah, I'm 60 deep right now as it stands. I've got 60 bodies to do right now.
Jesus.
I just got out the 4 to Eddie that's hosting our event.
Yeah.
And I've got probably another 8 sitting in a box for him to do, but I need his son's approval on the bodies I just did.
So that's the good. So, the race, the J Concepts Vintage Clash of Champions and Old School RC Reunion. So we've got our founding fathers, which Mike Kirby and Amberly Kirby, K&K Hardware, which if you want the best screw in the business, Mike knows how to do that to you.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. You've got Old School RC. I'll tell y'all, in my opinion, it's one of the best vintage communities in the world, worldwide group. And we've grown a long way in 10 years. You got RC Hobbyplex with Eddie and Angie, one of the best facilities in the country, hands down. You got my buddy DBR, Drew Boyd Racing.
Which Drew, I actually shipped your tires out.
So what?
I shipped Drew's tires out, so he knows.
Oh, did you? Man, he was so excited about that. He talked about that last night or on the show. And then we've got J Concept as a title sponsor. So Jason Runo, I'm going to go spend some time with him and Eddie and Matt this coming up weekend at the Clash to see the setup and how everything looks. And because the Clash, I believe they're expecting over 450 entries for this race next weekend or this coming up weekend. Huge race. So I'm going to go spend some time with those guys just for a day. And then we've got MIP, Eustace Moore. We saw him on with a big announcement, and he's going to be at the race. Team Associated. We've got several drivers coming from Team Associated as well. We got the man himself, Curtis Husting, going to be there. Wow. Right. His live cast, man. Woo. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to go back and check it out, talking about the history. And we got my man, Heath Mescal, which right now is talking to his team. I think was supposed to start at 7 p.m. Talking to his team about Cal RC in 2025. He has a special place in my heart, and I've been with Cal. Me and Jeremy were their first two team managers, and when we were trying to get Cal RC out into the racetracks, and because people were using it for builds and different things, but it wasn't at the races or at the racetracks, or it wasn't in the hobby shop. So Jeremy and I worked hard. We built a team, and a lot of that team is still there to this day. But Heath has always been really good to me. And he has made some incredible B main mats, which I'm sure you'll get one, DW.
I've got actually one of his mats that I got from you. Actually,
yeah, I kind of got
over here that, by the way. Yeah, that I use constantly.
That's okay. He sent me another one with a "Don't do it again." No, I'm kidding. No, that's what it's supposed to be about. He sends me stuff to races when I had to fly in planes, and I'm supposed to give that stuff away. So.
Unless it's to me, right?
Huh?
Unless it's to me, right?
No. Did that, and then I, of course, gave the chemicals to the locals and different things. So it's always cool to be able to do that. But yeah, that's really kind of the main sponsors and the people for the race. We got a bunch of others, and we are going to be doing. This is one of them. Dwayne, come on tonight. We're doing a giveaway. This body. He's gained. This is a partnership with you and who, Dwayne? On this body?
Jeremy Boki is actually who sent me. Actually, I have. I have one more body, which is a T4 body, to do that he sent me. But yes, Jeremy has done wonders on getting me bodies when I need them, and the quality of his work and the fitment of his bodies. There'd be my wife.
Yay, Tiny. I'm surprised mine's not up here yet. Is that a beer?
Yeah, beer.
Mine is not ready to beer.
But
wife, where's my beer? All right.
Jeremy has
that body. So some of the stuff I've got Boki's site pulled up now. Of course, you got the Protect 2, which is probably what this scheme was originally on, correct, Dwayne? But I actually like it better on the Viper, to be honest.
Actually, I think that body was actually on the scoopless Mirage body from Associated.
I don't think so. I think you did get it right. I think it was on the Viper. We'll go back and do some research, but I think it was on the Viper.
Because the Viper,
it was the original CE car, which would have been the Viper or the Mirage.
I think it was the Mirage, because the Mirage was three windows.
I don't know. I think it was the Protect 2, maybe.
Because the body had three. It was a similar design. Yeah, that's it. It's the Protect.
Yeah, it's the Protect 2.
Because it had the three windows.
Yeah.
Where the Viper only has the one solid front window and the two little back windows.
But, Boki does some cool stuff. Just so you know, Boki actually, Dwayne has been chosen to paint Greg Hodap's car for him. And then there's another legend that just confirmed today with me that I have asked Dwayne to do that body for them as well. So hopefully Dwayne is not cursing me by the end of this race with all the bodies. But Kirby, you just saw Kirby out here a minute. He's actually going, he will be. So here's what we're doing for the legends. If we got legends that are coming in to the race, we're going to do our best to have them a car ready to race if they do not have a car they want to race. Okay. So for example, the legends, we will give them a car to run. And what we're going to ask of that legend is whoever donated that car for the race is for them to sign the body at the end of the race and give that car back to the person that gave it to them as a memory thing. One thing that we'll also be doing for HODAP, Protect 2, that's what I thought, Jason. Thank you. Mr. RC10 Talk has.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jason.
He would know, but yes, it's a Protect 2. All right, so in the Viper, I still like that scheme better on the Viper body, though.
I see that's the Viper body is one of the better looking associated bodies.
Yeah, I agree. So the HODAP, another thing he's going to do is Jeremy sent a second body to Dwayne. He's going to do 2 of them at the same time. And we're going to have HODAP sign that body at the race, and that will be one of the giveaways at the race, just so y'all know. So we're gonna be doing a lot of cool stuff with the legends and all that. So
and I'm really glad that a lot of Losi guys are stepping up and coming, and a lot of Losi guys are helping us with all the fiasco that's going on currently with the current fiasco. I won't say.
Yeah, it's not a very good situation, but I think, because I'll be honest with you, there's been like, I think we've got 4 like the top 5 drivers confirmed from the 97 Worlds.
No.
So
that'd be awesome.
And if you look back at that and see how many Losis were in that top 5, so Losi's really stepped up. So we'll see. But if you think about it, Losi, there's a lot of domination in the 90s with that XX. So, the B2, B3 didn't do bad. Of course, Francis is already confirmed as well, right? But Francis didn't do that well in the 97 Worlds.
And that's another man that I looked up to when I was racing was Matt.
You'll get to meet him soon.
Matt was a big part of my racing life when I started really getting heavy into Losi stuff. And again, it's nothing against Associated. Associated was more of a free car, where Losi was more of a planted car.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm more of I like my car more planted.
Yeah.
So, when I first started really heavily racing, I had an Associated RC10 graphite chassis. I think it was a TQ10, if I remember correctly, that I raced. And then I actually ended up buying a Triple XT Matt Francis 2 truck.
Yeah.
And I went out with both cars, and I started 2 weeks late, I think it was, with the RC10, and finished 4th overall. And then I bought my truck and was 4 weeks late and finished 2nd.
Oh, wow.
Overall with the truck.
Jason Hall said, "Is that Precious in the flesh?"
Yes, it's me, princess.
What is this? I'm trying to get Dan Folden and Mike Kirby to come out too, or Mike Kunz. Oh, wow. That would be awesome if Coons would come out. I'd give a shit if Dan Folden came or not. He's another asshole that can just stay home. No, I'm kidding. I love Dan Folden. Y'all don't get me wrong. Dan, he has one of my A&L cars that He showed up at my house one day, and I tell you what, he's like a con man. He like walked away with 2 of my cars for like $50 or something. No,
that's Kirby.
Well, that is Kirby. Kirby can do that to you too. I want 200 a car. Kirby's like, I'll give you 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's why he has 1,700 of them.
Yeah, that's why Kirby is where he's at now.
Yeah, I would love Adam. If Dan don't show up to this race and Mike as well, I'm going to be disappointed. That's all I can say. So if they don't show up, I'm taking them off the list and adding them to another list.
This sounds like this needs to be more than a 2-day event with all the people that are coming.
Dude, it's gonna. I almost guarantee you we're gonna pack that place out. They will be very close to 300 drivers at that event.
Well, we need to make sure that Eddie saves me a place. You know,
we got a place for you. It's outside.
Yep, behind the building in the outhouse, right?
Oh, Rick Miller said, I just want to say I wish I had a tenth of Dwayne's talent. Keep up the awesome work.
Thank you.
He don't know you very well, does he?
No.
Mike Kirby said 50 is being generous. I got 25.
That's closer to Mike.
Mike Kirby has bought my collection twice. He did not get it this last time, though. It went to somebody else. So
Mike has never got a hold of any of my collection.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well,
when I moved down to Florida,
he's helped me. I've never, anytime I've sold my collection, I have never needed to sell my collection. I've never sold something out of need, right?
Oh, God, I wish I could say the same.
To start over. Because that's the fun part.
And I wish I could say the same, but there's one car in my collection that will never, ever, ever, ever go anywhere. I will die with this car. And hold on.
All right, here we go. Damn, does Dwayne have a tramp stamp?
No. I ain't got no tattoos. This is the very first production, first gen JRX2.
Yeah.
This is the
I just let
original.
mine go to my collection.
This is the original
Boki
chassis.
Foam core, right?
No.
The
original was not a foam core. It was a. Sorry, I got a lot of fireworks going on. It was a Boki chassis. And all the parts on this car actually resemble a graphite look.
Yeah.
There was more graphite in the original first generation car than there was actually plastic. If you look at this car, which I bought this car from a hobby shop owner that built this car and had it on display.
Yeah.
And never ever ran it. So this car is completely all original. The only thing that's not original, of course, is the wheels and tires, because I went white.
Yeah.
I like white wheels.
I like white too.
White wheels are faster.
Did you see my Sassy Chassis car is on eBay, or it probably already sold? Ooh. All right. So here we go. We got to get this bingo rolling. We're already an hour and in, Dwayne. I didn't know you and I could talk for an hour. All right. Who is here to see the ball? All right, we're gonna stop sharing for a second. We're gonna go ahead and go with this waffle. So thank you again, Dwayne, for this donation. This body, so probably about $240 towards your sponsorship. I think you've already increased past your goal level. You keep it up, we might end up having to move you up a level, Dwayne. I think you have how many more left? How many?
4.
4 left. So we got some J Concepts bodies in there, right? As well.
There's 3 J Concepts and 1 more Boki.
Okay. Not counting the B3 that is for another. He is doing another World Champions paint job that has already been. So Dwayne, I asked Dwayne to do the paint job for Dosick.
Yep.
So Dosick will be driving one of my B3s.
Oh crap! There's 5 more. There's 5 more
Oh,
donation
geez.
bodies.
All right. So what we're going to do is there's going to be several given away at the track also. So we're trying to decide. Y'all let us know. Would you rather see one that he's already painted, or would you rather have some custom jobs for these last couple? So let us know on that. So with that being said, let me present again. And let's get this party started. So Dwayne, we're doing this kind of like you did. You're the one that kind of gave me inspiration to do it this way. I saw you and Chrissy doing one of yours. And I'm like, you know what? We are going to, because everybody keeps asking me, oh, Dirk, bring out the balls again, because we used to have fun. Like, let me, the stories.
But that's the thing is Chrissy wanted to do, which, okay, everybody knows my wife is tiny, but my wife is Chrissy. My little short, little blonde-haired, sawed-off little thing. But she always liked how you did the balls. If the very last person would win. So she started doing the wheel on Vintage Losi when we did our bingos on Vintage Losi.
Yeah.
We did the last man standing because she liked the way you did the balls.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how whenever we do something, we like to do the last man standing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the way to do it. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't really talk about, I posted a video. Did you see the Team Associated video I posted?
Unfortunately, I've been so busy with driving, I haven't had a chance to do stuff with RC10T.
What's that sound like, Dwayne?
I don't know. I couldn't hear it, sir.
I
got so much fireworks going off in the behind me that you have to remember where I live. Legoland is about 2 blocks away from me.
Yeah.
So fireworks for the past week have been going insane around here. All right,
let me find this post real quick. And then we're going to, just the comments, because I'm going to take this big screen while we're doing it. The comments aren't showing up there. Hold on one second. Bodies are my banner picture, buddy. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna make this big screen. We're gonna fly through this. Dwayne, thanks for hanging out with me tonight.
Not a problem.
We're gonna have a winner here soon, and here we go. Last man standing. Last man standing. We had 26 in this. You see the list to the right here. 1 to 26. They've been dropped in. All right. Bam.
What is it? Kirby's got like 5 spots.
Say what?
Kirby's got like 5 spots in there.
Yeah, that's pretty low for Kirby. Normally it's more like 10.
Wow, what a cheapskate.
Yeah, right? Yeah, these are $10 spots too. I'm surprised he just didn't buy them all.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's trying to be generous. Like if Kirby, you know what I mean. Yeah, Coors Light. I thought you were drinking a beer.
I am. I'm drinking Coors Banquet.
Oh, Banquet. Fancy. Yes, I don't even drink anymore at all, pretty much. Not even on special occasions.
I drink.
Right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Oh, look at there.
First out, look at there.
He would have won if we done it the old way.
You mean if we would have done it Jeff DeWitt way?
So part of the deal is you got to dance with me, Jason Hall.
Oh, look at that. Princess doesn't even win his free paint job.
Yep. Mike said it sold out too quick. It did. This was definitely our fastest selling. Holy cow. It was like the old days where I could not keep up, Dwayne. I stayed organized and I did it quick and they were in quick. But Rick Miller, thank you, Rick.
I don't know what to say. I'm dumbfounded that it went that fast. But
Gregory, thank you, Gregory. So Gregory's won the RC10 clear car. So, bam, remove. Mr. Greg Croft. I don't think 13 is very lucky for you, Greg, but maybe it will eventually come through. So Greg Croft did this wonderful intro video, the Cal RC one.
Yeah.
So him and Drew did that, but Greg's the one that put all that together for us. So thank you, Greg. Yeah, baby. Rick Miller again. Sorry, Rick. I think that was your 2 spots, buddy. We appreciate you always helping us out. Thank you. And just so everybody knows, all these proceeds, other than shipping, go straight to the sponsorship of the race to make sure we have a great event.
Yeah, because I'm not making a dime off of this stuff.
No. Yeah, you are. You're getting to spend time with me right now. It's priceless.
If you say so.
Adam ended up giving Adam my spot, and well, I didn't give it to him. He paid for it. But Adam, I'm sorry, buddy. 6 was not the lucky number.
Only downfall is everybody had to look at the 2 ugly ass men for over an hour.
So what?
I said the only downfall is everybody had to look at the 2 ugly ass men for 2
hours. I know. Yeah, they probably turned it off a long time ago. They're probably going to be saying, "Hey, Dirk, when did the video start? Or when did the wheel start moving?" All right. So, Michael.
I think
I know he had several as well. So, here we go. David.
Oh, no. That man has supported me for quite a while.
6 classes. All right. Here we go. I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, man, Mike Guerrero, he has been in probably 90% of these that we've done. I think he was in my very first one I ever did. Mike, I hope you're coming to the race. I think you told me you were, but man, I sure hope you can come down for March. That would be amazing to see you. Will. Jordan Wall, thank you, buddy. Herster. It's actually not delaying tonight like it normally does. That's good.
Oh, Mr. Herbie Kirby, freaking out 2 now.
Another one for Greg. Thank you, Greg.
Oh, I didn't realize Jason bought 2 spots.
Oh yeah, Jason. Yeah, you probably just jinxed him. Number 8 is out, Mike.
Old Herbie Kirby's, you're out 3 now, buddy.
Yeah. You should have got a couple in here. He's always like been runner up last few. Oh, there's Gregory again. I'm sorry, Gregory. I think that was your last one. Amberly, the real boss of K&K is on. What's up, Amberly?
We know who wears the pants in the family.
Michael again. She's such a sweetheart, too. I don't know how she does it every day.
Dealing with Mike, she's got to be a sweetheart.
Yeah, right. Sean Johnson. Sorry, Sean. Amberly, tell us a story while we're on here about Mike Kirby. Can you do that? Oh, man, Michael Guerrero. Sorry, bud. I think that was your last one.
Nope, I think there's another one in there.
Oh, squeeze that one out. Bam. All right, so we're down to 6. So we got Michael, Lance Jones, Jordan Wall, Jason Hall, Will, and Curbster. Here we go. Here we go. Good luck, y'all. Lance. Come on, Lance. Lance, send me a PM. Let me know you're coming to the race, buddy. He's gonna like, I keep spending money on these. I won't be able to. I will
keep giving away
tell
free
a
bodies, and I'm
story.
not going to either.
Oh, Amberly just said she will tell a story if Mike wins. All right, everybody, I'm sending you a refund. The wheel must go on, Amberly. So we're gonna hope that it happens. All right, here we go. Oh man, Princess is out.
Sorry, Princess.
I'll tell you what, Jason, man, he's been doing some great builds lately.
Yeah.
And he probably asked me more questions than anybody. But he's pumping them out, man.
And he keeps sending me bodies.
Does he?
Like that. Oh
Yeah.
I've
He
got
must
like
have got a
5
second job or has a really high credit card or something.
I've got
Here
5
we go.
to do.
We're down to 4. Jordan, Will, Mike, and Michael. Good luck, y'all. Jordan Wall. Thanks for playing, Jordan. Man, you got close on this one, buddy. All right, down to 3. Mike, Michael, Will. Oh, man.
It's coming
Michael.
down to Mike again.
Jack West. Thank you, buddy. Michael's another one that's been in like almost every one since we ever started these. Thank you, sir.
Actually won one of my quad bodies.
Yeah. He's won a lot over the time, for sure. All right, here we go. I think I kind of want to close my eyes. I'm going to close my eyes and click the button. Let me hear the applause for the denial. Oh, another runner-up. Mike. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Poor Mike. He normally has won 1 or 2 by now. Well, there you go, Will. You fell asleep. You were the last one to pay. That's the method Mike used to use. I'm not saying start it again. Yeah, Mike, you're saved by the wheel. Ride's made again. But, Will, I'm going to go ahead and spin it so we can see you as the winner. Congratulations, Will. You are getting one hell of a body. Bam. So just send Dwayne or myself a PM, give us your address, and we will get this out to you. Dwayne, this was awesome, man. We should probably do this more often. We should. It's good just to sit and talk about stories and, talk about Losi, good and bad. And we probably should. We should probably have one devoted just to Losi. Of course, we've got a lot of legendary world's racing. Now I'm talking main world's drivers, like top 5 drivers, and that have won several, nationals and titles, and some that have won worlds going to be there.
It's going to be nice.
It's pretty incredible, right?
Yeah. It's going to be nice to actually meet Dunbar this time because I've actually owned one of his own personal XXXNTs.
Yeah. I think you all need to keep posting how much you want Gil there. We're really close, I think, with Gil. And
that would be one of the biggest highlights to me is to actually get to meet that man. I don't get that luxury to be able to meet some of the guys from Cali since, I've been in the Midwest and I'm down south now. I would greatly appreciate to meet that man.
Well, I can tell you he was in my top 5 as well. We've already got, what do we got? 3 of my top 5 so far. And the last 2 are like right on the fence. I think they'll be there if they can be there. It's just all a matter about scheduling.
Yep.
So I think we're up to right now. I believe we're up to like 13 legends. We might have to get a, hey, Eddie, do you think your driver stand will hold 13 people? 13 old fat legends. You think it'll hold 13 old fat legends up there?
Well, what we need to do is make sure that Junior shows up, and I will build Junior a XX and paint the body and do everything and have that car ready to go for him.
All right. So, yeah, I asked Dwayne earlier to build another XX for a legend that confirmed today. I hope if you don't, I'm sure Mike Kirby's got like 10 of them in a bin somewhere that we can build. And Daniel McDay, Dragon Punch, if you're listening, we need some more parts and molds and different things for the Losies, which I know you're working on. I'm sure you and him have been talking, right, Dwayne?
That man has stepped up.
Woo! Big time. Him and Nick, Arms. Yeah.
You cannot deny that Daniel hasn't stepped up. That man,
100%. He has. He has. Ruben the other night. Daniel, you need to get with me. We got to have your night like this. And you need to hurry up and get your prize ready so we can do this together, Daniel. So Daniel is going to be doing something very, very special for the group that he's going to be giving away. So.
He's already done enough to help us Losi guys by reproducing those shock shafts.
Yeah.
Those shock shafts are a godsend.
Yeah, and I'm holding another godsend part in my hand from Jose Zayas. It's going to be the Losi XX series battery strap for shorties. Yep. And it allows you to go. He's got adjustment blocks in here that allows you to go from XL to a standard chassis as well. So I'll post some pictures of it tomorrow if I can get in here and do it. I'm trying to find. So Jose's company is, what the hell? It's messed up on here. I believe it's 3D parts, something like that. And I'm sorry, Jose, I should have been better prepared. But he has sent me some stuff to test, and I'll be testing it here in a couple weeks at the track. He also has designed one for the B2, B3 as well that swaps from the different chassis, different size chassis, which is super cool. And then he sent me another part today.
Hey, Dirk.
The big bore springs to be on the Kyosho items, and he's done the same for Losi and Associated on those. So cool stuff.
Hey, Dirk.
Yeah.
Get thicker glasses so you can read better.
What did I say? What did I do?
You couldn't read that box, so I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't. It was. Let me show why I couldn't read it. It was crossed out.
Oh.
It's cut off. Yeah, my eyes are bad. It's mainly my long vision.
But you know what sucks is I'm a painter, and it's my short vision that sucks.
Oh yeah. Dude, you need to get some sleep, man.
Yep.
Hey, thank you. This was really fun. This to me is what it's about. In all honesty, it's about the people that are up and coming, and I can sit here and I can talk about the legends all day long. But to me, you are a legend, Dwayne, and I mean that. You're a great friend, and I really only want the best for you, and I hope you always know that. As much shit as I give you, but you're a good dude, and I love Tiny as well.
I greatly appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, but I would do anything in the world for you, and I know you would do the same for me.
Yep.
And I hope you have a very happy new year.
Same.
And I need to get down here so I make it to another year. My
I hope we
beautiful
can
wife
make it
down
another
here
year.
all alone. She didn't bring me a beer, which means she's mad at me. No, I'm kidding. I guess I'd have to be drinking. But deuces, y'all. Thanks again. Oh, next. Y'all want to see what's up next for the waffles? Mm. Mm.
Ooh. I did a box art for that.
Yes. Dwayne, you did me a box art that was the box art. My God, everything was painted. So if y'all want, Dwayne has all the stuff to do it.
Yep.
But we're doing the DS. This is part of Team Associates sponsorship. So this will be our next waffle.
You need
We
to
also
make sure
are
you
saving
tag.
a couple for the track. We have an RC10T that we're going to be doing at the track, and one of the clear TC 6.2s or whatever they are. One of the clear cars. So I wanted to do the DS to kind of shake it up a little bit because there's so many different things you can do with these cars. Check out Jake, man. He does so much cool stuff with these cars with the different bodies and different fun. But this will be next up. I don't know when we'll do this. Probably middle of the week. I will be headed to North Carolina on Thursday. And so we'll try to get it done. And then I'll be at Hoosier this weekend. So I still got cars. None of my cars are 100% ready. Deuces. Peace out. Next waffle right here, guys. See y'all.
Later.